Tales of a Hunter by Ryman8989. Read by 10shadowblaze01. Chapter 2. Hunters of a Different Prey. It's not every day you run into a vampire hunter blight on the job. That's what I told an old buddy of mine who ran into the other day. He looked at me and said, it's not every day you run into a zombie hunter on a job either. Tony was a good friend of mine back when I was in high school. He always knew I would be out almost every night hunting zombies. Little did I know, back then, he hunted a different sort of prey. Zombie hunters and vampire hunters had always been rivals. Nothing hostile, but always the usual arguments on whose job is harder. Oh sure, a few fights break out every now and then. But that's only if someone ends up having a few too many drinks and start throwing punches. I only recall hearing about an all-out blood feud between the groups many years ago. Nothing the older hunters like to talk about, though. I never had a problem dealing with these guys. I mean, come on, we both hunt things that are undead and feed on living. When I asked Tony what he was doing out there, he responded, I heard gunshots, so I thought I would see where the problem was. I guess that was if you were in your real paycheck. In case you're wondering, sometimes zombie hunters are hired by others to deal with a small outbreak or anything related like that. I looked down to reload my shotgun as I told him, no one decides to just check out a gunfight. Is there some bloodsucker out here I should keep an eye out for? I looked off in another direction and said, nothing for you to worry about. I still yet to meet a vampire hunter who liked to talk about the job they were on. With zombie hunters it's no big secret, but people like Tony treat every job like it's a secret mission. Now, normally I don't care if others keep their business to themselves, but I start to get tense when I think some bloodsucker might be stalking me. Look, Tony, I know the only reason you're creeping out here is because you're hunting something. So, could you at least confirm it so I know not to trust every human I meet out here tonight? With that, he simply nodded his head as his eyes were glancing back and forth. I've been around vampire hunters long enough to know when they can tell a vampire is close by. I was about to go and ask him if my own suspicions were right when he said in a low voice, I have to get going. Turned around and walked away. I never had much experience dealing with vampires, so I thought I should call it a night early and get back home. Too bad zombies don't ever call it a night, so I had no choice but to keep going on my patrol. The rest of the night went by smoothly. I never encountered any more ghouls or anyone infected. I was tired and couldn't wait to get to bed. I ended up forgetting one of the most important rules, though. Never let your guard down. Perhaps if I was more awake, I could have heard it coming. I was half asleep, but when I heard that screech, I woke up real fast. As I turned around, all I saw was this small flame dying down into a pile of ashes. What the fuck? I shouted as Tony stepped out in the shadows. He bent over the pile of ashes to retrieve a silver throwing knife from his fresh kill. He looked up at me and said, it was nice seeing you again, man. Have a good night. Damn vampire hunters, always showing off.